from Jordan. And in fact, I live on Blue Den Ranch. And we got our name because the blues, in the winter, back in the 1800s, they say, well, the blues are denning in because Thomas Creek had risen and they couldn't get out. So the name the place that I raised is from his family. Robert Shoemaker, lost in Vietnam. I and all my siblings, we went to school at Regis with all the Shoemaker kids. So I have them in my, as good friends of our family. As we look at these memories, I had a chance to read this article out of the Albany Democrat-Herald last week. Did anyone see it about this wall that's here? What was beautiful is that, they listed out the names, a little bit about the community here who put this memorial together. But what I found really moving was a question at the end. It was a comment posted in response to the article saying, how does someone get their name on the wall? And that really caused me to reflect of, wow, what is it that they have in common, these names on this wall here in Albany, Oregon? And having seen other walls and other memorials, it struck me that there were three things I thought that they all had in common. The first one is that they answered the call, right? The country had a need, and they responded to that. There's a love of the nation, a love of the country, and the awareness of the responsibility of what it means to be an American. That was something I think all these names had in common. The second thing I think they had in common is that they embraced discipline. You need discipline. If you want to be physically healthy, you have to have the discipline of exercise. If you want to be intellectually fit, you have to have the discipline of study. And if you want to be spiritually fit, you have to have the discipline of prayer. And the thing that all of us in uniform, who've ever worn uniform, remember is boot camp. You came in, and that was, they sanded off the rut spots, they leveled the bubbles, and basically broke you down as an individual in order to build you up as a team. And that's the reason everyone embraced discipline. And that was to get us to the third point, and that was love of the team. In order that, what does it say? No one knows a greater love than to be able to lay down one's life for a friend. No one signs up for this to die, right? I didn't go and say I want to be in the Army so I can be killed. I did it because I believed in the country for which I serve. I believe in the activity we're called to do to fight and win our nation's war. But finally, it is that battle buddy of mine in the foxhole that I will do everything in my power to protect and to defend. So answering the call, embracing discipline, and laying one's life down for a friend, I think that's what it takes to get a name on this wall. So God bless them, God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you.
General, would you please join me for just a moment? We want to thank you, and there's very little we can do to tell you how much it means to have you come home, especially on this important day. So the Linn County Veterans Memorial Association, its officers and members, want to present you with this aerial view of this very memorial, and I'd like to read you the inscription. It says, in appreciation, Major General Julie Bentz, keynote speaker, Memorial Day 2015. And here's what it looks like. And now to commemorate one of the most important reasons we come to this memorial today, I ask that the treasurer of the Linn County Veterans Memorial Association, Randy Martinek, come forward to conduct the wreath laying. Please welcome Randy Martinek.
Thank you. Welcome, all of you. I'm overwhelmed at the number of people we've got here today. And we have several wreaths to lay, and so what I'm going to do is, if you've got a program, if you're going to lay a wreath, be listening and be ready to get your wreath, and you'll be escorted to the area where the wreaths are going to be put by one of the members of one of the teams of recruiters that work here in Albany, and they're all dressed up and here to do the job, and so we'll get started with it. The first wreath that will be laid is the Gold Star Mother's Wreath. It will be laid by Terry Thorpe, who acts as our Linn County Gold Star Mother. But one must remember, there's only one way you get to be a Gold Star Mother, and it's not pleasant. Terry is the mother of Tyler Troyer, a United States Marine who was killed in Iraq. And she represents all of the other Gold Star mothers who are here today. The next wreath, Lawson, a Vietnam veteran, and it is the Prisoners of War and MIA wreath. Next, I would call upon Sergeant Elizabeth Christner of the Oregon Army National Guard. I made the mistake on the program. It's not the Oregon Air Guard, it's the Oregon National Guard. To lay the wreath for the Soldier's Cross, honoring all KIAs and MIAs and all who served.